Assalamualaikum, hi, we're Komunita, we're back with another review. We're joined here by short film Nenek, director Lokman, and we have a special guest, old one from Hasfa Film Academy. Boleh cerita sikit Hasfa ni apa?
Filmmaking Academy adalah sebuah syarikat yang mendidik masyarakat melalui filem dan juga sebuah syarikat yang melahirkan filmmakers yang juga mendidik masyarakat.
So kita orang hari ni collab untuk to do another review. Hari ni kita review cerita Pekak. Check it out.
Oi, Pekak! Kau slow sikit ni kau tu!
Keluarga budak Pekak tu
Macam mana awak boleh faham apa orang tu cakap?
Cover line tu, stiker KU letakkan motor padahal pusher.
Kasih masyuk.
Pekak is a movie about Uda, 20-ish something guy, nak kumpul duit to have an ear surgery for his condition, and he choose to do it by selling drugs. And along the way he falls in love. So what do you guys think? What do you guys like about the movie?
What I like about the movie is I guess it's honesty about like society sekarang. It doesn't try to like dance around the whole, drugs and sex and all that. It actually goes, it pulls you into this world. It pulls you into this urban city and how like society really is right now. You can say that it puts community in a negative light. I would argue it actually is very honest. It doesn't try to be something it isn't.
What do you think? Apa yang kau suka pasal Pekak?
Kalau aku suka Pekak sebab satu dia simple. Aside from the reality yang dia orang portray apa semua. Bila korang portray the real situation yang mana not a lot of films do that kan. Okay, banyak orang yang kutuk juga itu haram ini, haram itu apa semua, tapi at least it makes the world go round lah about the positivity, negativity, about the thoughts and such.
The story itself dia macam daring. For honest, I mean you cannot take away, you cannot deny the cinematography. Ia memang clean, simple. Lighting dia ada satu scene tu, ada scene tengah party tu kan. Dalam bilik party tu it was yellow or red, like everything yellow. And then Dara Sharifah Amani masuk tandas, dalam tandas tu biru. Macam drastic biru, macam lighting dia lawa lah, macam storytelling dia ada di situ.
There was actually also a rape scene. The colors like really, the deep reds really pulls you into the moment. Like, okay, this is like really intense. And I would say that, because the sort of color is like very like neon light-ish.
If you look like the posters right, itu Pekak, and then we saw like another version of Suicide Squad.
Exactly.
In which Suicide Squad doesn't have that color.
Suicide Squad are only like in their graphics. They didn't have it like on the film itself.
The tone of the film is not that pinky macam this Pekak. Khairul Azri ni kalau you guys tengok dia punya short film Pejam Pelik. Lebih kurang macam tu juga shot dia. But bila dia compose satu shot tu kan, it's very deep walaupun dia clean. Ada nampak ada beberapa 2-3 objek dekat belakang. Itu saja, tapi it's very nice to see lah.
One other positive thing which I really like about film is soundtrack. Your punya choice of music is like on point now. Sedap. For me, I like the richness of how it blends everything together, because you have Malay classic songs. And then after that we had Pejo Flizo, so it's like sekarang punya.
It's urban ni.
Right, and then we also had Explosions in the Sky. That's a post-rock punya group from US. And so macam like it's a big mix lah of all different types of genres.
Moving on to a more negative part of the movie. Aku terus terang lah aku cakap, movie ni macam it's not my cup of tea. Macam tak minat tau. Personally, I think I don't like the characters. They are well written, very well acted. But personally macam I cannot relate with them, and then lepas tu you cannot sokong them. Like I don't want them to win at all. I don't care about them in the end. When you watch movie, you relate with the character and you want them to win. Tapi dalam movie ni I'm like I don't care about them at all.
Likability sebenarnya is not so important. What's more important is relatability, right?
Relatability,
Because any film that you watch, you don't have to like the characters. You just have to be able to understand your punya worldview. Dark Knight Joker, right? People can relate to him, right? Because they're like, okay, I'm relating to the darker sides of myself. I do agree with you that it is very difficult to like relate with all of the characters, right? Because they seem to have like very simplistic punya values, right? You have Sharifah Amani's character, which is Dara. Right, and she's well written. She is sort of like the in between. She's like, she wants to hang out with Melo, but at the same time she doesn't really want to do all these things. She just wants to be understood. She wants to be heard, right? Uda as well, because he doesn't want to push drugs anymore. He just wants to get his ear transplant, right? Then you also have like Melo and Azman Picasso, right? Personally, they seem to me that they are more sort of like evil or bad for the sake of being bad. It's not something that you can like really relate to.
Untuk filem Pekak, setiap karakter tu mesti tak lengkap. Uda ni tak lengkap bahagian bila dia dah sell drugs untuk dia perbaiki dia punya pendengaran tu kan. Dia just cerita hanya peringkat dasar je kenapa dia nak buat pembunuhan tu. Move side tu ke karakter si Dara. Dia ni sebuah karakter yang dulu ni dia pernah Islamik ke tak? Siapa mak dia? Kenapa dia buat macam tu? Kenapa dia follow Azman Picasso? Kenapa dia ni? This is just film yang karakter pertama sikit, kedua sikit, keempat sikit, and then digabung. Kalau tajuk Pekak tu, orang akan assume filem tu about Pekak lah kan. Tengok filem tu, you don't have this kind of filem ni pasal Pekak. No. Disebabkan tadilah dia overshadowed by supporting characters.
It all relates back to character. I don't want to say it shouldn't happen. I don't want to say I don't like it, but I think it's sad that Daru's father is portrayed in such a way. The Islamic character is portrayed as an obstacle. Kalau kita tengok banyak-banyak Western movies, selalu mesti ada that one conservative character, either Christian or orang yang takut pada teknologi. Dia macam, no, you cannot do that. You cannot do this. It's against science. It's against humanity. And that's Western culture. They portray conservative people as an obstacle. It's kind of sad. But in a way, ayah dia pun sama macam karakter kita kau cakap. Macam tak develop pun.
I would say that the film is actually trying to show Dara in between both extremes. You have one which is extremely conservative and then extremely liberal, right? So that's basically her world. The world of like the liberal punya side, I think is given a little bit more time to like develop. Whereas you have just one character holding the whole conservative side, you don't see him smile even once, I think, except for the time when he gets tricked by Melo. Like, why can't my daughter be like you and all that. You don't get to see him like be a father. You don't get to see him be a little bit more complex than just an archetype. He's more of like just representing a set of values rather than being a character, being a father.
Yang pelakon jadi bapa dia kan, dia Umar. Ini yang aku perasan lah, macam dia otai, and like Jalaluddin Hassan, like Ogi, a lot of these otai, you see them in dramas a lot, but kita macam tak boleh nak appreciate tau. So dalam ni kita dapat tengok Zaidi Omar, like very good actor. Kita dapat tengok dia berlakon dengan hebat. Kalau kita tengok dalam drama, obviously kalau kita drama mestilah dia exaggerate gila, tapi dalam ni dia very subtle. Dia
very much more realistic.
Very good acting.
Waktu dia pukul tu dia dah sekali hembus, lepas tu tiba-tiba dia ada sudden of feel bersalah.
Macam tu, that's good acting. And aku rasa macam finally ada macam film, a good script, a good platform for these otai actors, and even like Amirul Fendi, a place to where they can show their talent lah. I think that's good lah, that's great lah. Regarding the backlash,
the fact that they showed like the whole drug use and like rape and all that, like if you cannot accept that this is happening in society, then you're being quite ignorant actually. You have to be able to accept that these sort of things happen. We can't always be looking towards just telling ourselves that only the good stuff happens. You also have to like, okay, these things happen as well.
So verdict. So what do you guys think?
Untuk filem Pekak, aku bagi rating awal-awal lah. Bagi rating awal 3.5 out of 5. Okay. Sebelum korang judge, pastikan korang tengok. Korang tengok sampai habis. Jangan keluar wayang tengah-tengah. And then pergi kat review, filem ni ada unsur-unsur seks, bla bla. Tengok daripada awal sampai habis and then you comment. Kalau aku nak bagi cadangan untuk pihak Pekak untuk improve adalah orang kritik pasal sex scene ke rape scene ke apa pun. Kita tolak tepi benda tu. Kita gunakan acting yang menggunakan metafor lah kalau boleh.
So what about you?
If I were to put a rating, I would say maybe about 3 out of 5. For me, I would say more about the writing of the characters. Basically, that is like what I would focus on trying to improve.
I would give it a 2.5 out of 5.
Come on, support film local.
Because this film, like you said, it's brutally honest with the characters. It's very honest with the world, and I'm going to be honest with it. A 2.5 because you cannot take away the storytelling that it has achieved. It is an achievement itself. I also can't believe that a movie like this is being approved and is being shown into mainstream media. I think that's really good. It's a good step forward. By the end of the day, bila kita tengok audience, and I'm talking about everyone, they look at the character. 2.5 for good filmmaking, characters that are not relatable and maybe perhaps not well developed. Okay, so that's it. We hope that you guys can share your thoughts too in the comment section, or just tweet to us at Komunita tweets, or even at Ulwan and Hasfa. And we'd like to thank you. Give many thanks to Ulwan who take his time to be here. You can check out more about Hasfa Film Academy.
Facebook, Instagram, tulis je HAS Filmmaking Academy.
And we're gonna share it.
Yeah.
We're gonna share it on the link, and we're gonna share it on Twitter. So we hope you continue to watch local films and share your thoughts. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum and bye.